Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English Talk Show, the place where you learn real English without getting bored. I'm Clara, and as always, I'm here with my friend, Mike.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Clara. Hope you're all having a great week and doing well. So, what are we talking about today?
As always, we've prepared another important and useful lesson for our listeners, especially for those who want to improve their English just by listening to our podcast. You'll learn new words, natural expressions, and how to explain yourself confidently in real-life situations.
That sounds great. So, what's today's topic?
Today, we're going to talk about how to speak with a mechanic in English.
Oh, that's a good one because vehicle problems always happen suddenly, right?
Exactly. Your car can break down anytime without warning. And when that happens, it can be really stressful, especially if you're a non-native English speaker.
Yes, and even some native speakers don't know the correct words to explain car problems clearly.
That's so true. So we thought, why not create a lesson that helps everyone? This is going to be a lesson you can use anytime, anywhere, because these situations happen unexpectedly.
So, this is going to be another very practical episode.
Absolutely. In today's video, we have two parts. In the first part, we'll focus on how to explain your problem to a mechanic, what to say, how to describe the issue, and how to sound clear and confident.
And in the second part?
In the second part, we'll break down the difficult words and useful phrases that you can use not only at a mechanic shop, but also in your day-to-day English conversations.
That's perfect for learners.
Exactly. So stay with us, listen carefully, and don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. Repetition is key.
All right, then, let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with a real-life situation. Mike, you actually had a problem with your vehicle recently, right?
Yes, unfortunately I did. And honestly, it happened at the worst possible time.
Of course it did. Vehicle problems always choose the worst moment. So tell us, what exactly happened?
Okay, so this happened just last week. I was driving to work in the morning, everything felt normal, and suddenly I noticed something was off.
What do you mean by off?
Well, first of all, the engine didn't sound right. There was this strange rattling noise, not very loud, but definitely unusual.
That's already a bad sign.
Exactly. Then a few minutes later, a warning light came on the dashboard.
Oh no, that moment when you see a warning light and your heart just drops.
Yes, and the worst part is I didn't know what the light meant. I just knew it wasn't something good.
So what did you do next?
At first, I slowed down immediately. I didn't want to keep driving and risk causing more damage.
That's actually very smart.
Yeah, I pulled over safely, turned off the engine, and waited for a minute. I was trying to decide, can I still drive or should I call a mechanic?
That's always the big question.
Exactly. When I tried to restart the car, it struggled to start. It eventually turned on, but the engine was shaking slightly.
Okay, that definitely doesn't sound normal.
Not at all. So I decided not to take any chances. I searched online for a nearby mechanic.
So this is where English becomes very important.
Yes, especially because I had to call the mechanic and explain the problem over the phone.
That's tricky because you can't show the problem, you have to describe it.
Exactly. So when the mechanic answered, I said something like, "Hi, I'm having some trouble with my car. The engine is making a strange noise and a warning light just came on."
That's a very clear way to start.
The mechanic asked me a few follow-up questions. He asked, "Is the car still drivable? And did you notice any smoke or burning smell?"
Good questions.
I told him, "It's still running, but it feels unstable. I don't feel comfortable driving it for long distances."
That phrase, "I don't feel comfortable driving it," is very useful.
Yes, and then he asked if I could bring the car in so he could take a proper look.
So you drove it to the workshop.
Very slowly and very carefully. When I arrived, the mechanic came out and asked me to explain the issue again.
So how did you explain it face to face?
I said, "This problem started suddenly. I was driving normally when I noticed a rattling noise from the engine. Shortly after that, a warning light appeared on the dashboard and the car started shaking when I restarted it."
That explanation is detailed but still simple.
Yes, and I also added, "I haven't had this issue before and the car was serviced a few months ago."
That's important information for the mechanic.
Exactly. Then the mechanic asked me if the noise gets worse when I accelerate.
Did it?
A little bit, yes. So I said, the noise becomes more noticeable when I press the accelerator, especially at low speeds.
Very clear description.
He nodded and said it could be a few things, possibly a loose component or an issue with the engine mount.
At that point, did you understand everything he said?
Not completely, so I politely asked, could you please explain that in simple terms?
That sentence is gold for English learners.
Absolutely. He then explained it more clearly and told me he needed some time to inspect the vehicle properly.
So, what did you say before leaving the car with him?
I said, please let me know once you identify the problem, and let me know the estimated cost before proceeding with any repairs.
That's such a professional and confident way to say it.
Thank you. I also asked how long it might take and whether it was safe to drive afterward.
So, in this situation, you stayed calm, asked questions, and explained the problem clearly.
Yes, and honestly, using the right words made the whole experience much less stressful.
And that's exactly why this lesson is so important.
Because these situations don't give you time to prepare, they just happen.
All right, that was part 1, a real-life situation explaining how to talk to a mechanic.
And now in part 2, we'll break down the advanced words and useful phrases you heard, so you can use them confidently in your own life.
So stay with us. Let's move on to part 2.
Something was off. Something didn't feel right or normal. While driving, I felt something was off with my car. Rattling noise. A shaking or vibrating sound usually caused by loose parts. I heard a rattling noise coming from the engine. Pull over. To stop your vehicle at the side of the road. I pulled over immediately when I noticed the problem. Take any chances. To do something risky. I decided not to take any chances and called a mechanic. Follow-up questions. Additional questions asked to get more information. The mechanic asked a few follow-up questions. Feels unstable. Does not feel steady or safe. The car felt unstable while driving. Loose component, meaning a part that is not tightly fixed. Example, the mechanic said it could be a loose component.
All right, so now we hope everything is clear.
Yes, and if you want a complete understanding, make sure to listen to the conversation again. Repetition really helps.
Absolutely. We truly hope you got the best out of today's lesson. And honestly, I learned some important things too.
Same here, and we'd love to hear from you.
So in the comments section, let us know if you want more scenarios with a mechanic or if there's any topic on your mind that you want to talk about confidently in English.
No matter the situation, we'll definitely make videos just for you.
Remember, take notes, practice, and listen as many times as you want until the meaning feels natural.
We'll see you again in another great lesson.
Bye for now.